Well, lawmakers are likely in the final days of the legislative session. For the past few days, members of the House and Senate have been looking at bills where each chamber passed a different version.
Their job now is to try to come up with some sort of deal on these different versions. Emily Longnecker joins us now to explain. Emily?
Yeah, the job can be slow going, as is the case with House Bill 1002, dealing with anti-Semitism and the definition of it when it comes to Indiana's public universities. The House passed one version, the Senate passed another.
Very much still a work in progress as we work through a lot of different thoughts on the definition.
This committee of Democrats and Republicans from both chambers met Thursday morning to consider what should be in the final version of 1002. Whatever they arrive at, the House and Senate would still have to vote to pass it before it could head to the governor's desk. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say they don't expect that to happen much before Friday.
I think this is far from done.
This will be a pretty frantic last 48 hours.
At issue in the different versions of 1002 is a reference to the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, its definition of anti-Semitism, plus several examples of it. The original House version of the bill had all of that in it. The Senate version took all of that out, defining anti-Semitism as, quote, a certain perception of Jews, which may be expressed as hatred toward Jews. Critics of the House version say it would limit free speech and any criticism of actions by the State of Israel. Many in the Jewish community say the House version is the one that needs to become law because of its IHRA reference and inclusion of its definition, including examples. The bill's author, Republican Representative Chris Jeter, said the version he's most in favor of references IHRA and its definition, but doesn't recite it. It also doesn't include any examples of anti-Semitism. Jeter's preferred version also references anti-Semitism as a form of discrimination based on race, creed, religion, and national origin. That was another point of debate for some.
I've yet to understand how Judaism could be a race.
I mean, when Adolf Hitler was killing 6 million Jews, he was wiping a race off of the planet.
Democratic Representative Ed Delaney said he supported the original House version and hoped to get his caucus to agree.
I haven't heard what the Senate Republicans are thinking. They're the ones who sent the gutted, emptied out bill over back to us.
So you heard it right there, a lot to still be figured out with the final version of this bill, and that is sometimes how these final days of session end up being at the Indiana State House. Emily Longnecker.